So, Joe Costco and Joe Bays, enlighten me. Sarah Estar, please. Please.
Joe? Well, Sarah versus Estar.
So, the biggest thing is that they both mean to be, which is why they're complicated.
Brilliance.
That's the thing. There's two B's. Ser and Estar both mean the same thing. So, that's like one of the biggest, I would say, I don't know about you, Joe, I would say that's one of the biggest dilemmas a young Spanish student faces when trying to learn Spanish, is when to use ser and when to use Estar, because they're so similar. What do you think, Joe?
Well, see, really, there are no rules. So, just kind of interchange them. Whichever one you think works best for that situation.
There's no rules, per se, but there are guidelines for sounding more Spanishy, which is always the goal when learning Spanish.
Personally, I always go with I am pentameter. So
Joe likes to
Sam
stick
works in one situation and Estar works in another situation. I'll just use whichever one I'm on.
I'm all about practicality. I was gonna say practicability, but that's a French word. I'm all about practicality. So what that means is I like to use whatever word is easiest for me to use, which means 10% of the time, Estar is the easiest one to use. Only when you're in the preterite, which is the worst of all tenses, do you ever use ser. Because ser is really easy in the preterite. It's like you just say it's fui, which is like I was making that noise the year after two, fui.
But even then, it's annoying. Because, look, the stab is this. It's insulting.
That is kind of insulting. So, instead of using, we don't even use the preterite sometimes, we just use the imperfect, which is sort of a similar dilemma. Because they mean the same thing.
But now it looks like this. I mean, come on, that's like Russian or something.
Yeah, that's the problem. Too many V's, too many U's. So, we like to stick to the imperfect, which is kind of like the same thing with ser and Estar. It's just like the preterite, except easier. This one's always easier. Imperfect is never, ever harder than preterite, unless you're doing stuff like ear. I don't even know how to do it. I think it's Eva, but I'm not totally sure.
You're wrong. It's ira.
It's ira. It's ira, or is it iria?
Nah, that's in the conditional.
Oh, that's the conditional. Well, where does the accent go?
Over the first eye.
Over the first
Like
eye.
this.
How many eyes are there, Joe?
3.
3?
Like that.
Good. I think this actually has 2 dots and an umlaut over each dot.
Yeah, that looks right.
Yep.
Alright, so, any questions?
So conclude the lesson. Basically, what is Sarah Estar?
Ser, Estar, like I said, is Ser, Estar, I don't even know what you said, but I'm gonna go off what I feel like because I'm a teacher. Ser, Estar is the most debated question in all of Spanish, and it can really be boiled down to always use Estar, because you're never ever gonna use the preterite because you're gonna use the imperfect.
Final thoughts, Joe Bays?
I would say that they're both quite verbs.
Thank you. This has been our Spanish lesson for the day with Joe Costco and Joe Bays. Sayonara.
Urban energy.
Salut.